Welcome back, everybody. Lostboys Cypher Circle is back in session. If you didn't know, now you do. This is the show where I bring artists of all kinds, whether you're a rapper or a poet, or an author or a painter or a digital artist, or you want to just come on here and have a conversation. We actually have a whole show dedicated to that. We'll get to that in a minute. But if you're an artist and you would like to come on the show and share your work, it is a very judgment-free place, very open-hearted place. And it is a place where you can share anything and without any kind of filter, without any kind of judgment from your peers. And actually, to the contrary, you'll get positive feedback from people who are going through similar things. So if you are an artist and would like to come on here and engage in our weekly therapy session and talent show, as I say, message me on Facebook at Dylan Lawler or email me at lostboy420x@gmail.com. That's Dylan Lawler on Facebook or lostboy420x@gmail.com. Also, make sure you go subscribe and follow us on all the major platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Google Podcasts. Thank you for your comment. Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and anywhere else you find your podcast. Make sure you go follow us. We have extra clips up on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and we go live on Facebook, Instagram, and now Twitch every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you keep up with us and go follow us. And that that other show I was talking about, where we dedicate it to basically more of a long form conversation type podcast, it's called Lost Boys Presents Deep Cuts, and it's a show where I bring artists on one-on-one to go deeper into their heads, go deeper into mine, and just kind of talk about things on a deeper level for longer, because I have them one-on-one for a longer period of time. It's a lot of fun. We've put out 7 episodes. Our most recent episode is with a recurring artist on the show, Ono. And it was a great episode. I think it was like 2 hours long. You should go check it out. It's on the YouTube channel, Lost Boys on YouTube. And yeah, if you want to come on that show, again, message me on Facebook at Dylan Lawler or email me at lostboy420@gmail.com. And if you want to donate to, we have a lost, yeah, help me out here, Brandon. We have an outdoor adventure vlog, me and my friend Brandon here, where we take a video camera, whether it be a GoPro or a phone or what have you, out into the woods or out into nature, and we fish or we hike or, we build a snowman like Elsa, whatever. That's a lot of fun. We haven't done one in a while, but I promise you we are getting back out there. We live in the countryside. There's going to be endless opportunity to do that. So keep your eyes peeled for our outdoor adventure vlogs. And if you want to donate to us at all, you can donate to us on Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, all the same tag, LostBoy420X. And we appreciate anything from 10 cents to $10. Thank you. That being said, before I get into the show, there's 2 things I always like to do. And the first thing is a trigger warning, because this is a unfiltered, uncensored platform where artists are able to, again, I said it's a therapy session. Artists are able to come and get whatever off their chest in whatever the way they please, without feeling judged or, ridiculed for it. That being said, some of the things that we might have to get off our chest might be triggering for ourselves. Certainly, that's probably why we're expressing them in the first place. That is what art is for us, is a means of expression. But it also might be triggering to the audience or other artists watching. And if anything said here is triggering in the slightest, know that you can click off at any time. No one will fault you in the slightest, whether it be artist or audience member. We understand that some things can just set you off, and there's no telling when it's going to happen. It's not our intention, and we hope that it doesn't. But there you go. That is the trigger warning. The second thing I like to do is because this show is largely based around mental health and helping people and reaching out to people and kind of giving people a safe space to reach out to me or to their fellow artists, to the community, to other people in general, other human beings. I kind of like to give my my best piece of advice as far as mental health goes, and that's really don't keep it bottled up. Exactly what we're doing here is we're opening up, we're sharing, we're refusing to let our demons beat us because we're not keeping them locked inside, and we have a means of expressing them. And you know what? Even if you're not an artist watching, if you're just somebody who, you know, I don't know, works at a warehouse for a living and doesn't do anything artistic, it still applies. Reach out and speak to people. Let your shit out. Find an outlet of some kind. Do not keep it bottled up, because that is the worst, absolutely fucking worst thing you can do. So please reach out to someone. Reach out to me. Reach out to any of the artists on the show. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to talk to you. And reach out to professional help if you feel so inclined. And I have some resources to share with you. Lifelinecrisis.com. You can go to their website. They have trained professionals and stuff like that on hand to help you. You can also text their hotline 988. And there's also betterhelp.com. And again, I say this every time, it's not a paid promotion by any means, just a place that some people can find some help, some resources. It is an online therapy where it's, first of all, what I've heard about it is one of the cheapest means of therapy out there. And they will hook you up with an online therapist. You can Skype them, you can call them, you can text them. Doesn't matter. Skype is so outdated. I don't think you're gonna Skype them. It'd probably be like Zoom or something. But they'll set you up, and you can communicate with the therapist in any way you please. And the great thing is if you're not communicating on a, you know, mental or spiritual or whatever, you're not vibing with the person they set you up with, they'll switch you out with somebody free of charge until you find a therapist that you are comfortable talking to. So that's really cool. And again, not a paid promotion, just some places some people can find help. But that being said, BetterHelp, if you are listening, and we know you are, we would love to be sponsored by you. So yeah, let's move on with the show. If you'd like to ask us anything, drop questions, comments, anything in the fire emojis, some fire trucks to put them out, whatever. Comment section is open. We already got a first comment while I was doing my little intro though there from who? From who? Oh, Scooby. That's my man Devin there. He just had his first baby. He's a father. I'm super excited for him. I kind of announced it on the show last week, but he said Evelyn, which is his new baby girl, has some work to share. So his week-old baby is gonna 2-week-old baby is gonna come on next week and spit some bars for us. So look out for that. All right. But before that happens, I'm gonna spit some bars for you guys, and I'm gonna do Speaking of Demons, and I'm going to do Speaking of Demons Part 2, which is completo. It is finished. I understand that is not how you say complete in Spanish. Please don't attack me. But it is finished. I wanted to share it tonight. We got an artist who hasn't been on in a while who was like one of my favorite artists that we've ever had on, and one of the best lyricists that I've ever met. And so I wanted to share my Speaking of Demons piece with him, but it wasn't complete. So I sat, we went to get me and my girlfriend went to get some McDonald's, and I sat in the McDonald's drive-thru in the passenger seat of her car and wrote the outro verse to it. So it is now finished for you guys, and I'm going to do Speaking of Demons Part 1 to refresh everybody's memory, and then I'll do Speaking of Demons Part 2. So start with Speaking of Demons Part 1. Which I believe I can do off the top of my head. If I can, it'll be embarrassing. Listen up, Dylan. I'm talking to you. It's 3 a.m. and it's dark in our room. Go put on your coat and put on your shoes. Pull up your hood now. Let's walk in the moon. I don't know where we're going, but we'll get there real soon. You told me to sleep, but I'm just not in the mood. Oh, you're not in the mood? You got attitude? Well, I basically ruined my life because of you. Are we stuck in the dark with no light because of you? So I'm trapped with no sight and I can't ever move because it feels like you're holding me down while I'm bleeding so you can just feed from my wounds. Huh. Me feeding on you? Nah, it's the opposite, dude. You're constantly feeding on demons and darkness to bring out the artist in you. And you have the balls to blame all the trauma for bothering you? Be honest, you live for the drama. Why else would you let yourself argue with you? I live for the drama. Well, that might be true, but you're keeping us spinning and stuck in this loop. You let the hate drive the things that we do, and that's why we can't forget all the things that we do. That's why we can't forget all the things we've been through. And while I've got your attention and we're spitting the truth, let me just mention that you're who's to blame for the drugs and the booze. Tell me again? I don't follow. I made you pick up the bottle? I made you tip it back, sip it, and swallow? Don't give me that shit, bitch. We all know you're addicted to shit, and since you were a kid, you've been trying to fill it because your soul is so empty and hollow. It's empty of all the ones you pushed away because you keep us consumed by the anger and hate. And I'm so dazed and confused as of late because when we look at our girl, she just looks away, and our sister, she'll barely ever speak to our face. So look in the mirror and see what you made. You made up our bed and we can't go to sleep. See what I made? We did this together. I'm part of you, so you're not any better. Don't you dare try to blame me for the fact that your life has been splitting apart. I did what it took to get us this far. I fueled the passion in all of the bars and showed all of them who we really are. And you're trying to tell me I took it too far and the things that you think are just getting too dark? Well, answer me this. What are you going to do when the demons are gone? Because no one wants to see happy. They want all the scars. They want you to show them the cracks in your heart. You're not Eminem and you're not fucking Tom. Can you really handle this shit when the pressure is on? When the pressure is on, it's on all the time. That's how I know that I'm one of a kind, because it made me a diamond and I'm going to shine. And I don't want to be Marshall McDonald. I know all their rhymes. I could spit you a cover of some bars that aren't mine, but I need to uncover the shit that's behind the mental imbalance I feel in my mind. That is just why I picked up a pen at just 9, channeled those feelings and started to write. It's why all of those dreams are now finally in sight. So I guess I did need the darkness to get to the light. There you go, Dylan. You finally admit it. You channel me every time that you spittin'. Even the parts that you spit in this song. You know it's my voice that's been there all along. So go ahead and tell them I'm the reason you're not sleeping at night. I can see that you blame me, so tell them I'm evil and ruined your life. You can look in the mirror and get sick at the sight, but you know that you need me to reach to new heights, and that's the reason your demons are winning the fight. So just deal with the fact that you're nothing without us, all right? And that's just a sneak peek of the things my demons all say when they're speaking to me. And as you can see, my demons and me, we don't always agree. They take all the credit for what I've achieved. They make me feel helpless and weak at the knees. So sometimes it's hard to just stay on my feet while I'm fighting this darkness like an evil disease. But it'd be a lie if I said it's not just what I need to master my craft and succeed at my dreams. So till the day I can't breathe, go blind and can't read, or the ink in my pen will no longer bleed, I guess I'll just keep on speaking to these. Now give me a minute to catch my breath. Brandon, can I get speaking 2 demons up? Thank you. All right. This one I'm gonna have to use the lyrics for. All right. Here we are, Dylan. We're speaking again. The demons are creeping. They peek through a lens. They're right underneath and they're easily set, free of the cage you've been keeping them in. Thought you could beat me and leave me for dead, but you can't defeat me. I don't see an end. So let all the evilness seep through your skin and then bleed you again. Let it just leak through your pen. Go reap enemies while you try to get even with them. Yeah, this is the season for feasting again. So sharpen your teeth like a beast and start eating the meds like when we were a sped. It's as easy as writing an E or an N or counting to 3 in your head. Come on, man, don't treat me like I'm not the peace you've been seeking. I know that you need me to be you completely. I'm really just being a friend. Man, you think that I need you? You think that I need you to see, dude? You think it's not easy to see through? Do you even see the shit we do? Each fucking week I reach out when I speak to like 300 people. These are my friends and my family, my equals. There is no doubt that my Lostboys believe I'll defeat all this evil. They know I'll succeed and I'll be at the peak soon. They even make songs about me and the things we've achieved when their homie LB's going beast mode. You act like the boss, but my team's got the cheat codes. I beat you already. This don't need a sequel. Oh. You got a little name? Then you think this is a game? You'll just cheat and rise to fame? Well, I think it's about time someone put you in your place. Motherfucker, I ain't playing. I'ma set the record straight, man, because nothing really changed, Dan. You've been at it for a year with no monetary gain, yeah. Working 12-hour shifts just to get your ass paid. Think I'm home every day and your energy's drained while you stay in a state of perpetual hate. And you know that the biggest mistake that you make is to sit there and pray and just patiently wait for the day you can sign off your name to a label or agent that says they can save you and take you away from this place. Like, dude, you could at least use the money you made to pay for the subs to go up on your page. I guess no one told you that life is the toughest of games and you must pay to play. And I know you're so fucking ashamed and about to just break, way too afraid to just do what it takes. You screw with foreplay while these other dudes rape. So you knew why I came, to undo all the locks and then loosen your chains, let you off the reins and make sure that you're truly untamed, induce all these mood swings like juice in your veins. I'm here to ensure you let loose. I'm seducing your brain into using the anger and hate as the fuel to blow off the roof of this place like you just flew a plane at the fucking World Trade, because humans do beautiful things when enraged and in pain. Yeah, I need you to goose on the gas. Don't you dare put your shoe on the brakes. Because lately, man, all of the moves that you make are really so neutered and lame. But dude, it's okay. I'm here to help boost you to space. I know that you're going so cuckoo insane with all of the time that you waste. I think it's about time that you made some kind of material gain. Or are you just lying when saying you're the guy that betrayed his whole life for the fame and then die on the stage? Motherfucker, are you kidding me? You're telling me you didn't see all the things we did achieve? You're always trying to drain me of my energy. Man, where the fuck's the synergy? We're supposed to be a team. It seems like all you do is shit on me. And just because you're pissed, it shouldn't mean we suddenly start ripping on our enemies. I know we both remember just how bittersweet revenge can be. We got to quit just milking beef to fill our needs and empty dreams eventually. But you just think our inner peace is hidden deep within a fifth of beam. And that's why I don't ever listen to the inner me. Because all it does is intermediately switch between getting me all pissed at me and dissing me and bitching about my history. And you wonder why we didn't speak? Like it's some kind of mystery? Every time we do, we need to swish our mouth with Listerine and take an antihistamine because you're talking so much shit and I'm so sick of fucking listening. Like, do you not get the point of this shit? I'm not in it for dollars and clicks or the cars and the chicks. Yeah, you're right that I want to be rich, but not at the expense of my soul being sold to some dumb corporate bitch on some Satanist succubus trip. I ain't doing that shit, man. I'm not Taylor Swift. I ain't paying for clicks. You can tell all those labels to suck on my dick. They're just telling us fables. They don't want us big. They want us encaged and unable to live while they take all the pay from the work that we did. So I'll do it myself and I'll do it my way. They ain't having my masters or taking my name. I would rather things stay just exactly the same. I would rather be breaking my back over work like a slave than to always be fake and be told what to say while I'm filled with self-hate, being molded like clay to a dumb little puppet who can't fucking think. I ain't tying on strings just to get on the stage. I don't care if it's lame. I would rather be proud of the things that I made. I ain't changing my ways, and there's no fucking way that I'll ever be making my mama ashamed. Her light shines on her sun, so I call it sun rays. Because rainbows, they happen right after the rain. So when she looks down, I just call it her gaze. Because she taught me that happiness comes after pain. That's why they can't break me or chase me away. You can say what you say. I ain't waiting for haters to take all my faith. I am paving the way for the lost boys like me who just feel out of place. Till it's fading to black or I stay in the gray. I'll be in between nothing and everything great, but I'll still be myself at the end of the day. That's just a taste of the things that I say day to day to my demons. And I guess you could say that we still ain't agreeing, but they are not changing the way that I see shit. You see, I am embracing the parts of I am embracing all parts of my being, even the parts that are dark and uneven, because the day that I don't is the day that I'm not me, and until the day that fuck. Let me start that last verse over. I literally just wrote it tonight, guys. That's just a taste of the things that I say day to day to my demons. And I guess you could say we still ain't agreeing, but they are not changing the way that I see shit. You see, I am embracing all parts of my being, even the parts that are dark and uneven, because the day that I don't is the day I'm not me. And until the day comes when I'm blind and can't read this, and the ink in my pen is no longer bleeding, or I'm all out of air and I ain't fucking breathing, I'll always be me, and I'll always be speaking to all of these demons. So pull up a seat and just wait for part 3, because I promise I'm just getting started. I'm not fucking leaving. Fuck, I fucked that last verse up, but you get the point. That's speaking to demons and speaking to the demons part 2. What did you think, guys?
Dude, that was fucking great and entirely relatable. And you know, the fact that they're always there, you have these ups and downs, and there's no escaping that inevitable conversation that you have time and time again, you know. Do I end it all? Do we just freak out? Do we, just
Word. Yeah, absolutely, man.
and the raps were beautifully crafted. Just a lot of a good flow and good timing. I loved the switch ups. It was solid.
Thank you.
Both
Thanks,
parts.
man.
And I
I
like how you
appreciate
tied in the ending from the first part into the second part. We still ain't agreeing, like bringing it
it.
back
Yeah.
to
Yeah, and so and then
so it
and
really
me and
feels like a trilogy is going to continue.
right, and like the part I kind of cheated a little bit, right? Because I'm just like I wrote that, but I'm kind of restating what I said in the outro to the last one, right? We still ain't agreeing, and then I say until the day comes when I'm blind and can't read this, the ink in my pen is just no longer bleeding, or I'm all out of air and I ain't fucking breathing. Like it flipped. I flipped. I think I said like pretty much the same exact thing at the outro of the last thing, and I just kind of like flipped
I'm,
it, made a way to rhyme it,
I
find a
mean, but
find a way to rhyme it. So
aren't we all just repeating the same things every day? This spoken
yeah.
language that we agree upon, beep boop bop, this means that,
Hey yo,
Fucking
but yeah, no, thank you. I really appreciate your fucking feedback, man, as always. Yo, Caleb, you've heard most of it before. What do you think of that last verse that I wrote? You think it
You
ties it
want,
up nicely?
yeah, it does. No, like Miss Syed said everything I was going to say, but like, and I've also you've sent it to me. I've heard you practice it. I've seen the process happen, right? And to finally see you come out here and then see and like hear, okay, the whole thing, everything's completed, one and two is down, put up, and it does tie together real nicely. I like how and like because whenever you come with multiple parts, you have to have okay, you have to have a reference, and you did that beautifully.
Mhm.
You did fantastic.
I even referenced part three. I even fucking set the bar. I set the bar up here for myself. I was like, so just take a seat and wait for part three because I promise I'm just getting started. I'm not fucking leaving. Like I set the bar up here, bro. That's what I want to do at the end of every piece that I write. Is I want to set the bar up here, and the best way to do that is to literally promise a part three at the end of your part two.
As you should, bro. Then you pull up on that fucking bar, bro, and get better. That's all that happens. Is dude, progression means everything. Progression
Fuck
means
yeah, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Nia, what'd you think?
My bad, y'all. I had to switch devices. First off, the cadence of it. I like how you kept the cadence going from the first part into the second. And it's like the second one got a little more aggressive than the first. It was like, the first one was like, yeah, okay, so I'm expressing myself. But it's like now, on the second part, it's like, look, motherfucker, look, we ain't doing this shit no more. So
Mm-hmm.
you go on back down. You can't tell me how to feel and tell me how. Yeah, I like that. That was definitely fire.
I like that you said that because literally one of my favorite lines in that I wrote is, "I beat you already. This don't need a sequel." Like, cause it's like
Right.
it really, cause
Yeah.
it's like it didn't need a it didn't need a sequel, but the fact that I like it had to be, and like Caleb was saying, like it had to be bigger and better. It had to be bigger and better, and I hit that bar and then I rose. Like the first one I think is what 2 minutes, and the second one is twice as long or something. But yeah, that's what I try to do is just fucking, and that's really what the piece is all about too, is because I'm speaking to myself, so
Right.
it's me challenging myself. The whole thing is me challenging myself, saying, well, what motherfucker, what's up motherfucker, what you gonna do, you
Right.
gonna do
Cause see,
something
I
like
like how you had in the first one you basically expressed yourself, but then it was like the second expression was like, yeah, I ain't taking this shit. I'm not doing this shit today. Nigga, go on, pack your shit, go on over there somewhere. As as my grandson say, his favorite song, "Let me see you left, do it, right, do it, left, do it." Yeah, that was definitely fire.
hell yeah, thank you, I appreciate it, yeah. um it's just I mean, and I literally, I've been wanting to write Speaking of Demons since before I even like started writing like raps, really. Like I don't know if I don't know Messiah or Caleb, or Nia, if you've ever heard the song My Darling by Eminem, but the first time I ever heard that song, it like changed my whole perspective on like what music and fucking like poetry and shit could be. And like it's just like that song, go listen if you haven't heard that song. As soon as we're done here, go listen to My Darling by Eminem. It is absolutely one of the best written songs he's ever written, in my opinion. The way it's written, because you got to remember it. So there's a voice. I'll spoil a little bit. There's a voiceover that's like it's a devil. It's a low voice, like sound effects, so it sounds like the devil voice. But you got to remember, it's just him in a voice modulator, so he's really just rapping to himself. And yeah, it's quite the song, and that's kind of what is inspired this. But yeah, thanks guys, I appreciate it. All right, let's get to our first guest tonight. All right, my man Caleb, you are up. For those of you who don't know Caleb, and if you don't know Caleb, you must be tuning in for the first time. So welcome to Lostboys. If you don't know Caleb, if you do know Caleb, you would probably keep up with the show because he's on here almost every time since the beginning of time, since the dawn of time. He is the dinosaur of the Lostboys. Welcome back, KC, my man Caleb to the circle. You guys can go follow him on TikTok at KC790, and I'm gonna play a wicked dope TikTok, one of his actual TikTok clips for you, made into a Lostboys flyer.
I need a little bit of rehabilitation. I have this compulsion of notion that each brainwave is causing commotion, that each stone slab that I lay causes erosion, each step that I take simply causes contortions, like my reality spits acid and I'm causing this brain to split open while hanging on the rope to my ceiling. I see the life in its message. It brings death in a bottle from a vast ocean, bringing tsunami waves while I harbor the pain through these countless hurricanes. Like so much that I'm stuck in the riptide, and luck is a landline. Once I make it to dirt, you'll see me stuck in the landslide, flipping through earth, trying to wait time. Pointless hours on minutes. I feel the soul sipping the seconds like bottoms up. I'm drinking hell's essence, contemplating what life means while relaxing, waiting for fiends and relapsing my dreams. If you don't understand what I mean, then me and you simply couldn't be seen walking side by side. In the glass I walk on, it started to bleed. The mountain I climb gets bigger and mean, and the house on the top is the place it's to be.
Yo, I love that shit. I really fucking love that shit.
Wow.
That shit's fire, dude. Yo, so what you been up to? Were you on last week, or I can't even remember now?
I wasn't on last week. I was on the week before, but I've been through hell and back, and I'm finally finding my steps in life, right? Like I'm getting back in the fucking. I was in a rut for a second. I was in a bad rut for a second. Okay.
You can tell him that, and I've been through hell and back when he was on. Yeah, bro. I mean, listen, that is how we become better artists and become better people, though, right? We gotta pick yourself down and build yourself up, right? Or the world breaks more like the world breaks you down, and then you gotta build yourself up. You know,
bro, you all come from the dirt. Swear to God, all came from the dirt.
I tell you, yo, you get stronger every fucking time. Every fucking time. Every time, I promise, you get stronger.
Oh man. But yeah, no, Doug, I'm at that. See, I just went through that phase in life where I'm like in that I don't give a fuck attitude. Like I think I'm just gonna stick with this fuck because I'm so done with dumb shit and bullshit and fucking just a bunch of dumb shit that be going on. Right, I'm just so fucking done with it. Point blank, period. So I'm at this point in life where I'm finally at that, man. Life sucks. Fuck you guys. Fuck everybody else. I don't give a fuck about you. I'm gonna work.
Back to blasting Slim Shady and flipping people off in public.
I swear.
I was back to the 40 ounces, jacking off in front of teachers and making fun of my counselor. that's a line from the Marshall Mathers LP too. Or no, LP1, the first Marshall Mathers LP. Yeah. No, I kind of been feeling that way too. Honestly, like fuck everybody, man. Honestly, fuck everybody. I feel that's a move. As the
you think you can
as the new generation would say, that's a move. For sure.
Yeah.
Yo. So you said, speaking of moods, you said you're in some kind of mood tonight, and you got some shit to fucking get off your chest.
This song I'm about to do, it means so much to me, like personally. Like, all right, there's also a reference. After the show, I need whoever's watching to go look up 600 Strike on YouTube. Okay, it's a musical. It'll be the greatest thing you ever hear. But there is a line in this little clip. It's Odysseus. Homer's the epic, like the Odyssey.
Mhm.
But it's musical, and the guy who did it, he is top tier. Like, he is god tier, bro. Like, his voice is so fucking spectacular. Well, there's a line, all right, when Odysseus is fighting Poseidon, that he says that I put in my music and got inspiration from it. Okay, that line resonated with me so much, I had to put it in this song because it's so fucking phenomenal. It's 600 Strike on YouTube. It's
What is
amazing.
the line? What's the line?
Look, I'm gonna do the song and then I'll tell you the line after the song.
All right. What's the song called?
Now,
All right. Give myself that.
oh shit. Okay, wait. I'm tired of feeling this feeling of feeling drained. Tired of the conscious thoughts that rushed out, hitting the ceiling. Tired of a million excuses for dealing, but not a single one worth the effort. It would just contort and contest the hell of a mashed and past like wolves that are feral. But unfortunately, I'd like to fish in a barrel, so shoot me out of my misery, cause I'm sick of swimming in Hennessy. Try to talk past it like the words are caught in my throat. I open my mouth and the frog jumps out the show. It's what causes the croak. I ain't got nothing left to say on that subject except you'll remember the day whenever life hit you and decided it wasn't worth it to stay. I'm tired of feeling this feeling of feeling drained, running through the dreams of these fiends that choose to stay in the bed, but it's empty and so cold. I feel this heart start to mold. I see the hole start to open in my chest, pouring out a crimson mess. I'll take my fingers knuckle deep on the beat and squeeze the life put into me. I'll bleed and write with ruby ink till my hands are bloody pink and painted black with blue. Like the misery of rage and pain combined to make my emotions invasive. I'm evading containment but already trapped in a nest. So ask me, how does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain? How does it feel to breathe poison? And how does it feel to be drowning? Tell me, how does it feel to be glass in a door that is broken? How does it feel to feel drained in an ocean that pulls you under the strain? Tell me, how does it feel to be empty? How does it feel to pull out your heart and watch it pour poison? Tell me, how does it feel to know everyone's watching? And how does it feel to know pain? How does it feel to feel helpless, trapped under contained? I'm tired of feeling this feeling of feeling drained. Tired of the conscious thoughts rushed out, hitting this concrete, banging my head on the ground till I return it to mud. Blood leaks with violent visions. I judge those inner contraptions because they're delicate matters. Elevate mental contagions that reek of putrid omniscience. I'm breeding the tensions. Those goosebumps that you're feeling is my presence revealing those god-awful questions. So ask me, how does it feel to know shame? How does it feel to be worthless? And how does it feel to know change? How does it feel to feel dread as it courses through veins? And how does it feel to walk on the glass broke from the slamming of doors? How does it feel to know I've suffered through all of that pain? I'm tired of feeling this feeling of feeling drained, locked in the box, leaking hell from the frog that chose to croak in place of my voice. So when I chose not to talk, understand that silence is deafening because I'm yelling so loudly that nobody is hearing to ask me, how does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain? Caught in these chains, I'm condemned, lost on a path of broken glass like Alice in hell without a wonder to land.
Dude. All right, hold on. I need a minute because, yeah, dude, that honestly might be my favorite piece that you have ever done. And I know I have said that before, but like I said, you consistently keep getting better. And dude, the raw emotion in that one was like so unlike anything I've ever heard. Like, more so than almost any of your pieces. Like, that was like, you could feel that, like, every fucking line of that. And I guess it was literally because the hook of it was, how does it feel and like, but you were spitting it with such venom and like ferocity, and like you could feel like at one point you said, how does it feel to feel drained? How does it feel to feel fuck something course through your veins, and like I don't know just the way that you said it, like I could literally in that moment feel it coursing through my veins. Like I felt every emotion, and then at the end of it, you capped it off with, "How does it feel to know that I've been through all of that pain?" And that was such a beautiful fucking like little ribbon bow on the fucking like already masterfully crafted verse that you would set up, and then literally you just dropped it. It's literally a mic drop. How does it feel to know I have felt all of that pain? And then just however you phrased it, how does it know that? Rephrase it again. What's the last line?
All of it.
Yeah, and it like that's just like a you bring it to this crescendo, and then you just, how does it feel to know that I have felt all that pain? And like just and also the cadence and flow of this entire thing, fucking superb, my man. Superb. I don't even use the word superb. I can't even remember the last time I used this word superb, but it is fucking superb. All right. The flow and the cadence is so fucking good, man. It is so good. And you know, Sai was talking about, you know, the flow and the cadence and the switch up of my song, and it reminds me a lot of that because of I think the cadence and delivery and sort of the question, because most of my lines in mine are also have a question mark at the end of them. So in that aspect, like I felt the same kind of vibes as my Speaking of Demons piece, but just like the complexity and the switch ups were so, I feel, on like such a different level than mine. Like so good, man, so good. And I'm talking about the complexity and switch up as far as rhyme scheme and flow pattern went, and then but you switched up the rhyme scheme and flow pattern multiple times, but kept the same hook, like a hook, line, sinker. How does it feel to know that I have felt all that pain? Hook, line, sinker, and then you just reel it in right at that end with that last line. It's so good, man. It is so fucking good. It is. You have to send me like a recording of that, because I need to go and listen to that again. But man, that was so good, dude.
I appreciate you, Tom.
I love that. And such a simple title too. Just how. Yo, all right. So I'm gonna get these other artists up here real quick and see what they thought about your piece here. My man Sai, what do you think?
Well, first off, to answer the question, it makes me feel less lonely in my experience of life, as well as it makes my heart hurt for you. And there were like the flow switch ups are crazy, man. Like you hit, like you'll go from one flow, hit an offbeat with one of your words, and then make it up when you do the flow switch again. It's one of the most interesting things I've ever seen. And there was this one line where you said bleed the something out into my ink. I can't remember what the exact line was, but that line caught me for, you know.
Well, yeah, dude. I appreciate you. That song is a lot. Like that's all the bottled up emotion. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the fact that it's with you means a lot to me.
Well, I'ma just say, first off, nice cadence, nice flow. I love the switch up, and like Dylan said, even though you switched it, you kept the hook. I'm just like, man, magnificent. Man, I want to see you drop that on the album.
God, after the day, I'm gonna be rich.
I think I think you might see that at some point because I'm trying to put together some kind of like, I don't know, we're gonna have to do some type of non-profit like Lost Boys collaboration or something. That's something that a lot of people have been like. I get messages every day. People talk to me about it on the show every time. So and trust me when I tell you, Cage is like the premier artist of that album when we get that together. For sure. He's like the Royce the 5'9" to my Shady, like one like he on just on a whole nother fucking lyrical level, but just like symbiotically. I don't know, just the I feel that me, and that's why I have him on every time, and you know this, bro. Like symbiotically, bro. Like I just vibe with everything that you write, everything that you fucking write. Like just the theme, the cadence, the rhyme, the flow pattern, the switch up. Like, and I can't even write like the I can't write those switch ups like you do. I can't, but I can appreciate it, and I'm like fucking. It blows my mind, bro. And I love it, dude. It's just you are one of the most complex and lyrical fucking artists I ever met. So keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate y'all for real. Like honest to God, I do. It gives me a lot of confidence to want to keep writing. The little Easter egg, the 600 strike line. If you want to hear the original, all right, and where I got the inspiration and why the song sounded the way it was, okay. The how does it feel to be helpless, and how does it feel to know pain? That was the line that inspired the song off of this.
I was thinking because I was thinking that was the line because or something in there where you the hook of how does it feel, because when you said that it kind of sounded like you were a fucking angry god talking to a fucking mortal or something. Like you just felt the power in your voice when you said it.
Yeah.
And I felt that, dude. I felt the fucking wave of Poseidon hit me. That was fucking dope.
And if you go to watch the fucking video, okay, if you do, all right, if you do, you'll see why I did it like that. Like the reason why the song was the way it was only because of those two lines. This dude is literally stabbing a god. You all know the epic, the Odyssey, right?
Yeah, I've read the Odyssey.
They have it animated. He's just stabbing this dude with his own fucking trident. He's like, "How does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, dude, I have to do something with that."
Yes, we need this. That's fucking, dude. That's
10 out of 10.
fantastic, and it turned into one of the best fucking pieces you've ever written. Hands down, dude.
It was so perfect. The dude's voice and the emotion he put into it outshines mine by like 2 million. Like it's so good. 600 strike. I'm gonna keep saying it. 600 strike. Look it up on YouTube. It's a whole musical. It's like what, an hour long?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The whole thing is so fucking phenomenal. It'll blow your mind. I promise you.
All right. Fuck yeah, dude. All right. Well, I will catch you again in a few minutes for your next piece. And that being said, we're gonna get our second artist, a returning artist, but some of you may not remember him. Some of you may. My man Messiah, or as he goes by, that Psy guy. He's a poet and a rapper. You can follow him on Instagram at MES space IA or IAH. That's Messiah. I believe there's this. No, is there a space there? No, is there? Maybe there's not supposed to be a space there. My computer fucked up, guys. Just type in Messiah. You'll find him on Facebook. And it's a picture. He's got some sunglasses, some dope shades on. You'll find him. Also, go check out songs that he has on SoundCloud under Sci-Fi. That is SI-FI. That is his name on SoundCloud. Go check out his songs. And I'm going to play his slider for you guys and get him up here. Welcome back, man. It is great to fucking have you. Honestly, literally one of my favorite guests. And I said it earlier, but one of my favorite guests and one of my favorite fucking lyricists that I've ever met. So welcome back, bro. Thank you for coming.
Yo, what up?
Yo, good to have you back. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
Yeah, it
I,
has. It has. It's like 6, 8 months, something like that. But we
yeah,
fucking dude, we've been doing this show for over a year now. Can you believe
it's
it?
crazy.
We had our 1 year anniversary. Like, this is our fucking. Well, this is season 2, episode 14. So, 14 episodes ago, was our 1 year anniversary.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, thanks for coming back. Like I said, dude, like you're one of my favorite guests that I've had on. You're one of the coolest fucking people just in general that I've had on. So just the most talented too. I remember a lot of your shit. I don't remember it by name, but I remember it just being very thoughtful, very lyrical, and I love having you on, man. So thank you.
Thanks, man. It's good to be back. I hit a writer's block for a long while. I just wasn't feeling creative at all. I just kind of, fell back into the darkness. The cycles, talking to the demons. Speaking to demons,
I
and
feel you. Feel you.
you know, it's just that constant cycle. And that's kind of what this first song that I'm going to do is about. It's called Mistakes. And I've been putting a lot of effort into trying to remember my songs off the top. So I may, mess it up, but I've also been really working on my freestyle. So I'm gonna just bust a new free if that happens and just keep the same topic.
That's something I remember about you, that you were honestly one of the best freestylers we've had on here. It just you're able to just take it and keep running with it. So hell yeah, man. All right. We'll get mistakes up here for you, and I'll get myself out of here. Good luck.
All right, hold up. I just gotta pull up the beat. I start all my music with a beat, to get the feel of what I want the message to be. Yeah, bad days, bad days. I keep making the same mistakes, and I hate that I recreate the same situations like it's Groundhog's Day. And I'm Bill Murray. My mind is feeling blurry. I'm rushing. I'm in a hurry. I'm running to figure out what to do about living in this house made of cards. Every day I work hard to be better than I was, but every day the pressure builds up, and I feel my love turn to hate. And I take aggressive action, start attacking the people closest to me. I feel so ashamed. I feel so guilty. Can't put the blame on anyone but me. I can't keep putting people's peace on the line. I'm gonna do right by the people in my life. I'ma do it through these songs, and I strive to tell the truth. There's no excuse for my actions, the abuse on my family, on my homies, on my exes, the community. There's something wrong with me, but that's not my fault. But it is my responsibility to all of y'all to control my actions. No matter what happens, yeah, the madness, the sadness, chemical reactions got me acting in a different type of way in my brain. It eats away, eats away, eats away, eats away, eats away, eats away, eats away. Yeah, it eats away at my soul and my heart. Look up at a world gone dark, divided, out of alignment. I don't know what I'm. Yeah, forgot the rest of it, so I'm just gonna bust it like a bus slug, just like I'm Elmer Fudd. I'ma do this shit, I'm coming up out of this muck because I give a fuck about my life and doing right, because I've done a lot of wrong in my life, and I gotta strive to be better than the man that I was before. I'm too clever for my own bullshit. I'ma call myself on it every day, always. I will face the demons in my brain. Yeah, speaking to demons, and they never leaving. They always screaming. So I put my earmuffs on, cause I don't wanna talk. No, I don't wanna talk. I'ma move along. I'ma move along through the fog. I'm seeing clearly, no double vision. Feel me? Yeah, I got a mission. I got this coalition with the demons. Yeah,
We like the Avengers. We do this shit better. We keep it together. We sever ties, then we tether new minds. Yeah, we divide. Yeah, we can make our wrongs right by doing right now. I'm always gonna keep it real in the here and now. I'm gonna talk about all the shit that I've done. I don't do it for the cloud. I do it to be true. There is no excuse, but there was a reason. But I'm not gonna let my demons be defeating me.
Yo,
Not today.
that was actually fucking dope, bro. All right. Was that end? Did you remember more of it towards the end? Was that end completely freestyle?
The end was completely
'Cause
freestyle.
that was the end was okay. So all right, we'll work it back to front as far as my feedback. So the end was fucking phenomenal because you were able to still have a complex rhyme scheme, still come up with words that fit the complex rhyme scheme that made sense, and stay within what you were trying to talk about, which was doing better in your life and bettering yourself and fighting your demons. And you stayed in topic on rhymes. Like, I mean, you switched up rhyme scheme, but you were able to create a new rhyme scheme, stay on that rhyme scheme, stay on topic, and create words within that rhyme scheme that made sense in the topic off the top of your head. So people who don't understand how complicated freestyling is, it's like playing Simon and doing a Rubik's Cube while you're playing fucking Jenga and fucking Connect 4 at the same time. Like, you have to do all of these things at the same time, and you did it so good. That was so great. And I mean, even ending, like, it's hard to fucking wrap it. Even when I'm writing, it's hard to end with a good line and like wrap it up and make it sound good. And you did that off the top of your fucking head. So that was fucking dope. That was dope. That's why I was wondering if that last line was like freestyled, or if you would remember that part, because those last couple lines, I was like, oh shit, dude, that's a good ending to that. And he just came up with that. So fucking props to you for the freestyle. For the written part, it was fucking equally as good. And again, I really, when I write, like, and I was saying this at the beginning of the show, right? It's a therapy for me. It's, it before anything, it is a therapy and a way to better myself and let the inner demons out and find a way to use my art to create a little light in my own world and maybe somebody else's world at the same time. And that is the expression, the feeling I got right away from the first part of your song. That was written, and then like I said, you kept that feeling with the freestyle, and it felt a little Mac Miller-y, a little Juice WRLD-y. I don't know. We'll get Caleb up here in a minute and see if he agrees with me. But I've been listening to a lot of Mac Miller lately, so that maybe I'm just biased, but it felt a little Mac Miller.
A jacuzzi, gonna make the theater to watch my movie.
I know. I mean, so there's this hype, like his hype shit, but I also like his like Star Room or I Am Who Him, the songs where he's like, it's that, more introspective, what is the word? How would you say that in a present tense? Contemplative, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Where it's the introspective rap, and it's more slow, and that's kind of what it reminded me of. I don't know if you've heard like Star Room.
No, I haven't, but I'll have to check it out along with my darling.
Some of his songs, some of Mac Miller's songs aren't all just party songs. Everybody thinks there's just party songs, but a lot of his songs, if you actually, especially later in his career, if you listen to them, they're way more introspective, and they're way more about mental health and just, his I believe he was Buddhist, but he talks a lot about his struggles with God and with himself and just with everything. And yeah, there's another side of Mac Miller that a lot of people don't know. And that's the side that you kind of reminded me of tonight, with that piece. Also Juice WRLD, especially with the freestyling, because Juice WRLD is one of those people that no matter what, he can just keep going. I don't know. Most people have probably seen the Westworld freestyle where he just
Yeah.
goes for an hour. Juice WRLD can just keep going and going and going, and it makes sense, and it's intricate and these intricate flow patterns and rhyme schemes and double or triple syllable, word or rhyme schemes, right? And just off the top of his head, and he keep going and going and going, and it makes sense and keeps the same vibe, and so that's why I kind of had like a Juice WRLD vibe to it, and like a Mac Miller kind of, yeah. So it was like a Juice Miller. It was a Juice Miller vibe for sure. Yeah, but RIP to both of those guys, and
For
and thank you for carrying on their legacy with your awesome rap, man. So that's
Thank you.
that was some dope shit. I'll get Caleb and Nia up here. See, Caleb, what do you think, man? Getting any Mac Miller or Juice WRLD vibes?
Juice WRLD is hard to manage. But I can see Mac Miller. I do believe in Mac Miller, but I hold Juice WRLD on such high praise. That's just a me thing. But dude,
You do believe in Mac Miller? Is his ghost haunting you?
I swear.
I do believe in Mac Miller. I do. He's a fucking fairy. Anyway. Well,
But
yeah,
no,
I feel you. No, but I was just saying in terms of the way he was able to just keep the momentum with that.
No, that's where I was getting at. I was going to say the fact you was able to. You even said you don't know if you're going to be able to do it, and you're going to freestyle the rest if you could. And that right there, that attitude, I appreciate highly. So I guess where that could be like Juice, but the fact you can. That's something I can't do. I can't freestyle. I've tried so many times, but it ends up being gay every time. I don't know why. It's fucking stupid.
Like you become homosexual.
Now you
Like,
know what?
I gotta fuck my brother in the butt. I gotta do this shit. Gotta bust a nut. Oh shit. Oh fuck. I didn't mean to say that.
Oh, fuck. What?
You know what? I could freestyle on paper. Well, I could freestyle in my head and like write it down without having to type it or write it. But now me just trying to flow style like that off the top of my head, yeah, ain't no telling what the fuck gonna come out my mouth.
You know what I can freestyle? I freestyle when I'm by myself, like at work. I'll freestyle.
Right,
And then
like I could, like
Caleb,
if I'm at home at the like I could be in the house cleaning up. I could be like, yeah, gotta go in the kitchen, gotta do these dishes, gotta clean this house. This shit is about. And then it's like if I get around a group of people, and it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck did I
the
just
shit
say?
that I send, the shit that I send Caleb when I'm freestyling by myself, I'll send Caleb some whacked. What did I send you the other day, Caleb? Some whacked. Actually, it was like out of nowhere. I just send him like I'll send him I'll do like a Slim Shady voice, and I'll just talk about like cutting people's heads off and be like,
Yeah. And sometimes it be like that, and that's what the freestyle is. Like you keep end up fucking up and doing that kind of shit and saying crazy stuff, being inspired from all these kinds of figures, like Eminem going fucking crazy with it. Like I'm gonna punch my baby mama. I do it because I love the drama. I don't give a fuck about being a father. Like just I'm gonna punch my baby mama. Just some crazy shit.
Like you better step off or you get slapped harder than Chris Rock does at the damn Oscars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yo, but I'll send fucking Caleb some like crazy shit. I sent him. Sometimes it's not even rap. Sometimes I just like start singing or do like a fucking country or like do like a country voice. That was yesterday, right? I sent you like some weird country shit. I was like, fuck, what did I even say? I was literally driving I was driving my fucking work truck, and it was sundown, and I was like, oh, this is like a fucking country song right here. I'm driving my fucking work truck, it's sundown, I'm driving in my truck, or I raced the sun in my big truck, and I ended up losing because I got stuck. Now I'm sitting here just singing to you because now I got the summer blues. Now I'm sitting here just singing in the dark because that girl broke my stupid heart. Yeah, country. Yeah. I had the phone mounted to my dashboard. So I just hit the record button, and while I was driving, I was just singing some stupid shit. That's when I freestyle. When I'm fucking driving, I'll just come up with some fucking retarded shit, Yeah. It's like, yo, I one of my favorite like freestyles, and I guess it was written for I don't know if he freestyled it or if he actually wrote it for the movie or what, but the scene in 8 Mile where Eminem and they're like trying to fix his car, and he's like, it's a 1928 Delta. This shit won't even get me to the shelter. It's a brand new car. You can have it. Happy birthday, Rabbit. Thanks a lot, Mom. The shit.
Yeah.
Like where they're doing like the Sweet Home Alabama. I live in home in a trailer.
That nigga said, I live at home with my mama. That was
Yeah.
funny. That was funny.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite fucking parts too, because it's just like that's the kind of like freestyling I do when I'm like with my friends and by myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just
right.
like kick some stupid shit. Yeah, man. Yo, but you definitely one of the best freestylers we've had on the show, and I loved your piece, man. I guess Nia or Lady Crucible, what did you think of his piece?
Man, the fact that he freestyled that at the top of his head and just like, again, I'm just over his stuff. But it was like bar after bar after bar. Like, yeah, just fantastic.
Thank you.
And I love that he was slow and measured. Like a lot of people don't understand you don't have to rap in fucking double time or do fucking mouth acrobatics. Like, and don't get me wrong, this is coming from somebody who writes mouth acrobatics. I know that I write mouth acrobatics. I'm not doing it to show off. I'm just doing it because like that's just the way my brain works. But I love that you understand that you don't have to do mouth acrobatics to rap good. Like for it to still be good, like the cadence, the rhyme scheme, the flow pattern, it all is good. You don't have to rap in double time. You don't have to do mouth acrobatics. And it's still, you can still do a phenomenal fucking piece. So I like that part of it.
Yeah, for me, music, like when I do it, when I write it, when I freestyle it, I want it to be as simple and as clear as possible. That's so the expression, like the message isn't lost, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Hey Dylan, can I ask you one quick second? Can you guys give me like 5 minutes? I gotta run downstairs and grab my kids' food real quick.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
You know what? I will here, hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna I guess I'll read. She said give her 5 minutes, so I guess I'll read something here. Fuck, what am I gonna read? What was it? Hold on. Hold on. I think that's what it's called. The end is nigh. Is that what it was? All right. So there was this piece I wrote like fucking forever ago, back when Messiah was on last, and me, Caleb, Messiah, and my brother, who has also not been on in a while, we were doing shows as the Four Horsemen, right? And so we were kind of collaborating on stuff. We were writing stuff together for a while. I haven't really talked to Messiah in a while, and I talked to my brother obviously more than I talked to Messiah, but I also haven't been really much in touch with my brother. He lives in New York and stuff. But I can't wait to have him back on the show too. Anyway, this is a piece I wrote in that era. And that's just really all there is to say about it, I guess. It's called The End Is Nigh, and the whole theme is like, the Four Horsemen kind of thing. All right. I haven't read it in God knows how long, so we'll see how I do here. I feel like I'm rolling down a road where there is no end in sight, speaking to these three amigos who are always down to ride. My older brother Reaper and my homie Mr. Sai in the backseat getting reefered out their motherfucking minds, while KC sitting next to me reciting all his lines. I'm like, guys, The road is kind of bumpy and it's fucking up my tires. Plus, I cannot see the road to drive because my vision's kind of blurry from the fog that's in my mind. There's too much darkness here inside. Could someone maybe flicker on a light to help guide me through the night? Homies, please just take the wheel from me before we crash into a pine, because these demons, they just scream at me that life is all a lie. Yeah, they're screaming in my soul for me to choose a left or right. Should I fight or should I hide? Should I hide or should I fight? Because my shattered self-esteem, it just eats away my time and convinces me of reasons why I shouldn't be alive. I don't know where to go or how the fuck to win this fight, and I know I should be grateful that these bros are by my side, but I always feel alone and nothing ever feels all right. I try and try, but it's harder every fucking night. I'm tortured by the monsters and the skeletons I hide, and if one more of these voices screams that I should kill myself, I think I fucking might. They tell me not to do it. They tell me it's never the right choice, but I can never hear them talk over all this fucking noise. Monsters playing with my feelings like they're kids with Christmas toys. Well, monsters playing with my feelings like they're kids with Christmas toys. Well, my heart just turns to cold because I burnt up all the joy. But I use what's left as fuel to stoke up all the flames of the passion that's inside of me and use it for my gain. It's the only thing that helps me to overcome the pain. And when I'm 6 feet deep and they lay me in my grave, these words that I have written are all that will remain. But fuck the world. But fuck the world right now, because we're breaking off our chains. Yeah, we're breaking off our chains and we're coming out our cage. Yeah, shit's about to change. It'll never be the same, because there ain't no fucking game. Neither one of us are playing. It ain't no fucking game. Neither one of us are playing. Ain't no monetary gain. No when nobody knows your name. This is barely getting paid. This is rent that's always late. This is aggravating days. This is always trying harder while you're stuck in the same ways. This is trying to move forward while you're always told to wait. This is passion you can't tame. This is passion you can't tame. This is mastering the rage and hate and pain. This is going batshit like I'm Wayne. I think I'm actually insane because I keep battling these villains, but they're trapped inside my brain. And that's why I'm so afraid of all the scarecrows in this maze. Man, I feel so fucking dazed. But I'm lucky that those monsters taught me how to motherfucking mosh pit in the rain, because they can't drown out all the sounds of crowds that scream and shout our name. And when God, it's been a while. I'm sorry. Let me just roll it back real quick. I'll roll it back to here. Hold on. All right. This is barely getting paid. This is rent that's always late. This is aggravating days. This is always trying harder while we're stuck in the same ways. This is trying to move forward while we're always told to wait. This is passion you can't tame. This is mastering the rage and hate and pain, going batshit like I'm Wayne. I think I'm actually insane because I keep battling these villains, but they're trapped inside my brain. And that's why I'm so afraid of all the scarecrows in this maze. Man, I feel so fucking dazed. But I'm lucky that those monsters taught me how to motherfucking mosh pit in the rain, because they can't drown out all the sounds of crowds that scream and shout our name. And you know we're here to stay, so keep in your own lane and make sure not to press the brakes, because when you see the horsemen riding, it'll be the end of days. It could have gone worse. It could have gone worse. That's what we're gonna say. That's what we're gonna say on our last day on Earth. The fucking when the world's ending. Could have gone. The world ended. Could have gone worse. That is the end is nigh. I hope you kind of appreciated that, maybe a little bit. Did any of you remember that piece? Did I keep Cage up? I kept Caleb up for this whole fucking thing. He just muted himself. Thank you. Did you remember that piece?
I don't remember it from back then, but it's solid, man. I mean, it really just need you freshen up, like do it a couple more times and you'll have it. It's
Yeah, I haven't done it in months, or like since the last time we were on, really. So I was just pulling it out of my hat. Just fuck it. Let's see what we got here. Because what I was just trying to keep the show going, obviously, but I was also like, since you came back on, I kind of wanted to show you that. Because I had written that way back when
that
you
ending solid as fuck. It's just perfectly thematic.
Keep in your own lane and make sure not to press the brakes. And when you see the horseman riding, it'll be the end of days.
Yeah.
It's the end is nigh. The end is nigh. Oh, all right. Shit, yo.
Let me while she's gone, maybe I can try and bust a free and give me some words and I'll try to fit it in, or topics to incorporate.
Oh, wait, is she coming back? Hold on. We'll see if she's back first. Are you ready? Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Word.
All right.
So hold up. Let me. I don't want to skip your introduction. But y'all know Lady Crucible. If you don't know Lady Crucible, welcome to the Lostboys, because you obviously haven't been watching. She's on here quite frequently. One of our favorite guests, Nia Connie, or she goes by Lady Crucible. She's a poet from Chicago. You can follow her on Instagram at Lady_Crucible and subscribe to her on YouTube at Poetic Priestess. Yeah, go check her out and check out this flyer.
Sometimes in life, you gotta go hard for what you want. If you wanna be successful, it's all about determination and being committed to your vision. Having faith, pushing hard. Put in work, every day I wake up, all I wanna do is grind. Put in work.
What up? Oh, what the fuck? Yo, there we go. I thought I clicked on you. My bad.
Oh, what
up?
What's good with you?
Not much. Thanks for coming. I know I kind of texted you
Hey.
last minute for the show, but yeah.
Hey, you know me. If I got the time, you know I'm always slide through.
Hell yeah. Appreciate it. So what you been working on?
Well, actually, I'm working on my book. I'm working on my journey through the darkness.
Nice.
So I'm working on that, getting some new pieces together, and I just got accepted and to a new poetry group called Team Jag. So yeah, been doing some pretty exciting things. The blessings is coming in slowly, but hey, you can't be ungrateful. You got to be grateful for what is bestowed upon you.
Hell yeah. You honestly, it's all about counting the blessings. Because if you sit there and count all the things that are fucked up or all the things that are wrong with your life, you'll be sitting there counting all day and you're never gonna get anything done.
And you're gonna keep starting over.
You gotta keep moving forward. And to
Definitely.
keep moving forward, you just gotta see the bright side of things and keep moving forward. I know, and I say that as someone who writes a lot of dark shit, but that is
Don't feel bad.
the mentality.
Don't feel bad.
That is the mentality I try to keep, at least.
I know, right?
So what you got for us tonight?
This piece I'm gonna read is called Caged Inner Thoughts.
Caged Inner Thoughts. All right. I like that one. Already, I like the title. I'm gonna drop myself out of here. I'll let you get to it.
All righty. In the belly of a beast, I'm pressed against them ribs that confines you to them bars, trapped in these dark feelings. The puppet shadow figures growling and crawling at me, the malignant spoken upon me, these dark tendencies that boil like boils, they fester, the locusts like debris swarming over my head. Is this the walking dead? As dead carcasses spread across the lands, so I lay and play dead just in case they come back again. How did I blend with this evil skin? Down here, I have no next of kin. A twisted spin, that sandstorm of sin. These grains of dirt thrown in my eyes. Now I'm blind, led by the blind, no seeing eyes. Don't look surprised, because I will still rise. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. This your show, and damn show ain't my monkeys. Swallowing bottles to numb the pain. I've been going insane, had dirt poured on my fucking name. They've resurrected this bullshit again. Why won't they stop tugging at my sleeves? How was this darkness consuming me? You ever been locked in a prison with no bars? Your heart full of scars, battered and bruised, those wounds. Broken barriers of burdens like barbed wire twisted into a crown of brokenness. I've been destroyed, desecrated, yet the little girl in me will never be whole, devalued by chaos in this storm. I ain't got nothing else, so why do I keep holding on? Those bridges are burned, my stomach just turned. Did your eyes just roll? You ever been called unworthy before? Felt like you didn't belong here no more? Those feelings I felt about myself. My faith, like my bank account reading insufficient funds. They tried burying those troubles. They uprooted from dirt. This turmoil escalated to a precedent moment. Fighting the shadows of demons, finding myself on this journey ahead, searching for who the hell I really am. Hey, demon, just to let you know, you got hell on your hands. This ain't no headstand. I'm gangster walking on ceilings. Don't believe me? Take a look in the fucking mirror. Point.
Yo, that was dope. My sister was here rocking out with us. She loves her and her cat.
Thank you. Oh, see, look, man, right here behind me, right here behind me.
The cat's just perched up on her fucking head.
look, say just like man just sleep on the pillow this time.
No, in the invasion. The invasion. Oh, yo, no, that was dope though. That was dope, and I love a lot of those fucking. I love play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Hey, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, but this your circus, not my
Yeah,
damn.
yo, I fucking love that, bro. And one of my favorite parts was the ending, and my sister was sitting over here melding, and I was like, "How did you know the words?" She just like synergized. She synergized with you and knew what you were gonna say. She was like, she literally at the last one, she was like, "Look in the mirror, you look in the mirror or something," and like literally like,
Yes.
I love that last part. And I don't know if it's probably biased because it reminds me again of my Speaking of Demons part 2, but you know, it's like, hey, you were like, hey, you know, demon, right? And then, you know, you look in the fucking mirror, right? And it's like, I love that flip. I love that flip at the end where you're speaking directly to your demon. And as always, your pieces are like so empowering. You know, they take the darkness and they just flip it. They flip it into something, you know, a spark that you can use to ignite, you know, a fire. And it is amazing how you craft your shit. And again, as far as the rhyme scheme and the flow pattern, as always, you are just flawless and on top of your game and getting better and better every fucking piece that I see. You know, and again, you know, and obviously you write poetry, whereas ours are, I guess, labeled as rap. But I don't really. Rap, by the way, is just rhythm and poetry.
I mean,
that's what it
rap
stands for. So I feel like rap and poetry are pretty much the same thing, especially since we're on here doing it without a beat.
I know,
but that
right?
being said, I also, like I was saying to Messiah, I like how you can take simple cadences, and you don't have to do mental or you know linguistic acrobatics to get your point across, or to like, you know, to show off or to do anything. Like, you have a very simple rhyme scheme and flow, and you switch it up, but it's a slow measured cadence. You don't have to fucking go fast. You don't have to do, you know, Sally sells seashells by the seashore type shit, right?
Right.
Like me and Caleb do. Which, don't get me wrong, that shit is great too, but the way yours is measured and still just as lyrically complex, I'll give you props for that, because that's dope, man.
I truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate it.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna get these other artists up here, see what they think. Messiah, what did you think, man?
I thought it was great. I loved, again, like the simplicity of it, the being able to be direct in what it is that you're saying. I also loved a few of the references and rhymes in there, like the Walking Dead. I'm gonna lay down and play dead in case they come back around again. You know, like the
Yeah, it was like I'ma play dead just in case they walk around again. Is this the Walking Dead? Because it's like,
Yeah.
man, how do you lay amongst a bunch of creatures like that and still be able to get up and walk away after playing dead amongst the Walking Dead? It's like, yeah, my mind be going somewhere everywhere.
Fuck
guess it
yeah,
makes you
dude.
kind of like the Whisperers.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yo, Caleb, what you think, man?
I appreciate the. I'm not a very image type of guy, right? Words give me image more so than image gives me image. So,
You keep cutting out a little bit.
oh my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. So there was a lot that was put. Like I like how and we've been on a lot of shows. I've been on a lot of shows with you, and you've always had this blunt expression going through what you're writing. Like this is how it is. You know what I mean? Like so. The fact you're able to portray that in such a way and make this image in my brain that I can follow along pretty easily because word art is better than picture art in my brain. So probably my favorite piece because there was so much imagery that you put into there and in such a way that it was easy to listen to, it was easy to get an understanding of, and it was just great. It was a good piece. I liked it a lot. It was something I could follow along to and easily be able to relate to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, as always, fantastic work, and it is fucking so great to have you on. Thanks for coming on last minute, like I said, and I'll catch you again in a few minutes for your next piece.
Definitely.
All right. Back we go to my man, Caleb. What's the second piece, man?
Worthless prayer, and I gotta put out. You already put the trigger warning now, but I'm gonna put a more detailed one. This is about God. I'm not necessarily dissing the God. Okay, I'm not dissing the religion. I'm not doing nothing that. It's just a personal opinion on how I feel about the subject on personal experience through life. But the next song is Worthless Prayer, and it has a lot of shit that people would probably disagree with and really be mad at me, but I'm still gonna do it because I feel very strongly about the subject.
I like that, man. You know what? That is what art is all about. And even if, here's the thing: is that I was gonna say like even if I don't agree with it, but I'm not really religious at all, so you're not gonna offend me at all. But again, even if I don't agree with something, I'm the type of person who can still like it and appreciate it for the expression of someone else's feelings that it is. You know, it doesn't have to be my feelings to be good. That's why, it's why we have so many different types of art and so many different artists, because everybody expresses things differently and everybody has different opinions, and that's what art is. And if you don't fucking like it, don't fucking listen. Don't like it, don't listen. Fucking period. End of story. And really, that's all there is to it. Art is free expression, and I think that you should be. And I think, you know, unless you just make a song, and don't get me wrong, like Eminem, right, back in the day, right, he made songs, you know, using the F slur for gay people and all sorts of stuff like that. And I don't think that stuff's necessarily okay. I don't think you should just, you know, make songs intentionally like trying to bully people. That's really not, back in the early 2000s, that's not how that word was really used. It was just used like flippantly towards straight people, not even against gay people. But that's a whole nother story. But the point is that unless you're making a song or making something, and don't get me wrong, like diss tracks exist too, and diss tracks are fucking great. But unless you're making a song that's just like, you know, intentionally trying to fucking hurt somebody who, you know, hurt somebody innocent who, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like talking about, like, I don't know, hurting babies or something. Like, unless you're making a song like that or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you should be free to just express however you feel And it's just like, you know what I mean? I don't think that there really should be a limit to free expression, you know? Because
being like super strange about some inappropriate shit, yeah, you can keep that one to yourself.
dude, I mean, have you heard Relapse? The whole Relapse Eminem is whacked. It talks about, you know, SA. You know, the whole album's about sexual assault and murder and all this stuff, and it's all allegory. It's all metaphors and allegories. It's not like he's actually doing this stuff, but like, yeah, it's a genre. And for those who don't know, it's called horrorcore, and it exists. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it, because you're not doing these things. You're not saying that you're going to do these things. They're metaphors. They're allegories, and you have quite a few songs where you have violent allegories, and so do I. But again, you should be free to express in whatever way you see fit, unless like you're literally if you go to like a gay pride parade and start or like a Jewish church and start doing anti-Semitic rap, you should go to jail and you should get beat up. Like that's not what I'm saying. Don't express yourself like that. You know what I mean? But if you're not doing that kind of thing to intentionally hurt people, you go for it. You know. Anyway, that's enough said on the topic. We're gonna hear this worthless prayer. I like it, and I wonder. My theory right now is. Can I hear you? Wait, hold on. Steady the camera. Steady it. Just make sure you're like coming in good before. Oh, just as I'm about to bring you up, you fucking freeze. That's great. What I was gonna say is like, the title kind of reminds me of Illmind 7 by Hobson. Oh, see, yeah. Messiah. I just seen Messiah fucking give his little nod. Fuck Caleb, get your fucking thing together, bro. Hold on. If you can hear me, try clicking out and coming back in. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna. Yeah, he's gonna have to pop back in just a second here. But go check out Illmind 7 by Hobson, I guess. It's a fucking good song. It's about his struggles with God and where he fits in the whole cosmos of the universe, and just questioning kind of everything, which you should always question everything. And I think that's like a main point of just why I'm one of the reasons I'm not religious, but also just like why I'm so open-minded to everything is because I question everything. And you might think those two don't go hand in hand. They're opposites, right? Being open to things and then questioning everything, but really they go side by side, because the only way to gain knowledge about things is to question everything. So in order to, accurately base my opinion on anything, whether it be religion, politics, whatever, I have to therefore question everything, question everybody's motives, who's involved in everything, and find the most information I can. And therein being, I let a lot of different aspects of things into my life, and I know, like I'm kind of like a multi-tool, right? I'm good at I can do a bunch of different things, but I'm not like great at any of them, you know. I'm rambling at this point. Caleb, bro, I need you to like do something, or I'm gonna do something. All right, I guess I'm gonna do something. You know what? Actually, we're just gonna move on, and then when he comes back, we'll have him go. All right. So, Messiah, are you ready, bro? All right. Let's pop Messiah up here. All right. And let's get Worthless Prayer out of there, Brendan. What's this piece you're gonna do?
Isn't it beautiful?
Isn't it beautiful? Well, I guess we'll find out. Isn't it beautiful? I'm gonna just drop myself out of here. I'll let you get to it.
All right.
Life, isn't it beautiful? Ordinary seeming things. Life's message is subliminal. This life, are you ready for? All that it brings, things are kinda strange. Living as a human being, unanswered questions, nothing but questions. Life is school for spirit. We're all learning lessons, second guessing all that we learn. Can we trust the word? If history is written by the victors, distorted pictures, distorted images, ones where the victim is unheard. When will we learn? History repeats itself. Misery loves company, so it invites itself. We gotta ask ourselves, is this the company that we wish to keep? Shouldn't we all have peace? Isn't it the truth we all seek? I don't have the answers, but if I ask the question, the answer will find me. Turn my tongue to a weapon, a sword that cuts cords from evil minds. Open your third eye, untethered, take flight into the sky. Live your truth, divinity, mind, body, spirit, the holy trinity, life's dream, the lucidity. It got me going to infinity, infinity and beyond, beyond the stars, beyond these thoughts, beyond the illusions. Yeah, that's where we're from, far from home, playing this game of God's telephone. When God spoke, you heard one thing, I heard another. Separation in interpretation led to sense of self, sense of other. But we're all to blame. We're all one and the same. Yeah, for this way, day and age. Yeah, fire, fuel to the flames. Built an empire on a hate. Pin the blame on someone else. We've all been dealt a shitty hand. But we gotta play the cards, play it smart, play the part, and we gotta work hard, perfect the art. Yeah, perfect the craft. Where my witches at? Wizards, warlocks. Yeah, cast a blizzard. I love the snow, love the fall. Love when I fall and I get back. All on my own. I do this shit. Yeah, I gotta go with the free, cause I can't remember the end. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I can keep it on beat, on lock. If I can get myself out of this bog. Like Kermit the Frog, I hoppity hop and I try to stay afloat atop the mountain peak. I will be, yeah, the voices, simple choices to make. Yeah, it's make or break. Today's the day, doomsday. Yeah, doomsday, apocalypse. Everybody, watch for the eclipse. Yeah, the sun you don't want to miss as it explodes. We all going home. Yeah, life kicks us out the door before all of our dreams are accomplished. We're supposed to be a team, but we abolish people off our team. We do not see that we are one and the same. We're all human beings. We all got thoughts. We all talk. We all do these things. We all walk the walk and we walk the walk till the end of the road. And we try to make it back home in time for dinner. Yeah, but the shivers got me huddled up, got me feeling fucked up. This wasn't as clean, but I still do the free, cause it's for me. Yeah, no need to compete, we all on the same team.
Hey, yo, that was dope, bro. That was dope. I love that. That shit was dope. And I love the flow switch ups too. I love how one led into the other with the fucking rhyme schemes. That was fucking dope, man. And yes, it was beautiful. That was a beautiful piece. Fucking and I like that, you know, I really kind of see more of like a positive vibe in your shit than last time you were on, you know. And you said, you know, you took some time off from writing and just kind of like, you know, spiraled a little bit and then came back and got your shit together. And I think it really shows in your writing, and just the you know, whole outlook of it, and it just feels more positive overall. And just like you know, you still got shit to deal with, but you're fighting through the battles and you're shining a light through it. And, you know,
I'm really
so
trying, man. I'm really trying, you know. I'm actually, you know, it's a funny thing because, you know, like I said, it's kind of been these cycles, you know. I deal with some bipolar and some, you know, other stuff. And I just go through these periods where everything just falls out of order. And I end up blowing up and, you know, hurting people, or, you know, just exploding and just being out of it for a few days. And every time, you know, from an an objective perspective, it would be, it would seem like I'm not really making progress, but progress isn't linear, you know. It's not a straight line, you know. I'm getting better each time. I mean, I'm heading, if I'm being honest, I'm heading for another spiral, but this time, you know, I'm planning it. Like, I have this all set in my head of how this is gonna go, and I've given myself the space to blow, to blow up, you know.
I feel
And
that.
I'm not
I feel
just
that, man.
I'm not just disappearing from my job like I might have before, you know, just not showing up, going fucking crazy, disappearing, fucking. And this time I'm doing better every time.
I like what you said about like kind of being planning for the spiral, because you know, and anyone who tries to tell themselves different is kidding themselves. The second life is a roller coaster. The second you start to go up, it is only a matter of time before you come back down. That is
Yeah,
a fact of life, but the same is also reverse. It works the opposite way. The second you start going down, you know it's only a matter of time before you start
exactly.
going back up again. And that's what you got to look at. It is
And
literally the glass half full scenario. It is the glass half full scenario. The second you start going down, you got to remember that at the other side of that, there's a fucking curve and you're going back up. And there might be a couple loop-de-loops. There might be a couple of loop-de-loops where you're like, what the fuck is this? What are we doing? COVID, what? Giant hornets storming the Capitol. What are we fucking doing? What? Life is just, you know,
that's it. That's exactly.
yeah. Life is a spiral, and like you gotta keep fucking, you gotta plan, you know, and that's the other thing too is, you know, you have these mental illnesses, right? I struggle with bipolar as well. I struggle with anxiety. I struggle with depression, and I know when it's creeping up on me, and I know when it's gonna get me. And yo, the other day, dude, I had one of the worst. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I had one of the worst days I have ever fucking had as far as depression and anxiety. I don't know what happened. Every bad thought that you can possibly think of, or every bad thought that I could possibly think of, I thought of all day long. But I had to keep working and keep doing my fucking job. And I drive a truck. I just wanted to crash it into a tree. I wanted to just pull over. I wanted to cry and just
Yeah.
and I pushed through fucking 9 hours, and then I got in the car and I made it home, and literally when I got home, I grabbed a fucking, and when I say a bottle of whiskey, I just mean like a little. I had this little thing, right? Which isn't it. I just sip on this thing because I'm trying not to drink like hard liquor or whatever, because I've had problems with that in the past or whatever. But I grabbed this little thing of liquor. I grabbed my little vape. I went in the bathroom. I went in the shower, and I just like broke down, bro. Like, not just crying, but just like angry grunting, like fucking pounding on the side of the fucking, like,
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta like let it out, dude. But like,
That's exactly what it
literally,
is.
and that's where I was like planning. I was like, yo, I can't just like break down and have a fucking anxiety attack at
Yeah.
fucking work while I'm driving a truck. You know what I mean? I plan it, and I'm like, okay, I know, like, I planned, I'm gonna go in the bathroom when I get home, and I'm just gonna tweak the fuck out, and nobody's gonna say shit to me because I'm in the bathroom by myself at my own house. No one's gonna say anything to me. You know what I mean? But it's like, but that got me through the day, was like knowing that I would have that space to go and just lose my fucking mind later. And I can be honest with, and I can like be, and also knowing that on Saturday night, I'll have a space to come and be honest with you guys about that and be like, listen, guys, I had a fucking meltdown the other day, absolute fucking panic attack, fucking meltdown the other day. And like, it almost like really got me, bro. I almost crashed my fucking truck into a tree. Like, it almost really got to me. And part of it is just having the strength to kind of admit that it almost got you, but it didn't. You know what I mean? Or that like, but it's finding the strength to just be like, okay, I'm gonna spiral, I'm gonna freak out, I'm gonna have the anxiety fit, but let's handle it in the most efficient way possible. You know?
Yeah.
Let us handle it in the most efficient way possible. And even when it came to work, like I was using, that as like, I was, you know, the physical part of my job. I was moving faster, lifting things faster because, not necessarily, I wasn't necessarily angry. I'm just trying to work out that fucking anxiety and that I don't know. I get this like weird like ball in my chest where I'm just like, and it expands and it just feels like uncontrollable. I don't know if you get that, but
Man, for me, like I have a bad. I mean, I have to bottle everything up because, like, honestly, the intensity of everything that I feel, like, because I'm also borderline. Like, I feel extreme emotions. Like, the intensity is just overwhelming, and I'm constantly surging with this energy, and then I can't communicate with the people around me because who's really gonna understand and who's gonna tolerate it? And
well,
then the anxiety creeps in and
the
depression
answer is right
and
here. The answer is right here, and we are so glad to have you back, bro, because
I'm I'm
that
glad to
is
be
what this
back and
is.
expressing, but I need to disappear for a minute.
Yeah,
That's
man. I promise you that no matter how often or no matter how frequently or how long in between you coming on here, like we are always going to welcome you back, and you are welcome back just like Caleb every single fucking episode. And I tell almost everybody that you are welcome back almost every episode if you got the time and I got spots. Almost
I'll probably
there
be
are
back
some
on
weeks
here soon.
where there are some
But
weeks where sometimes it's just like booked or whatever, but you are welcome on here almost every fucking time. I will make space for you, and this is always going to be a safe place where you can express yourself 100% without being judged, and find, like you were saying, who's going to understand, who's going to tolerate it. Us. That's what we do here. That's the whole point of this community. It really is, bro. So I just keep your head above water and like just don't vanish. Stay in contact. You know what?
I'm
At
gonna be
least
back
go
on
to
soon.
at least
I'm gonna
go to
stay in
Facebook.
contact, but like
Go to
I'm gonna be.
Facebook. Go to Facebook. Join the Lost Boys Facebook group at least. Start there. Just join the community because you know what, man, being part of the community, and I'm the one who kind of like created the community, but really I didn't create the community. I just said, "Hey guys, like I want to start a community," and everybody else welcomed me, and we created this community together. And it is one of the greatest communities on earth, bro. I truly, truly believe that, with some of the most accepting, talented, amazing people on earth. I really, truly believe that. And your life will be, and this is not like an ad promotion. This is literally just me saying your life will be so much better for having known this group of people. I promise you. And that'll get that. I guess that's my like. It's not really a sales pitch. It's more of just like a. I really think that you know. This is one of the best forms of therapy, man. And the best thing you can do is continue to come on here and
It,
um
yeah.
speak your truth. But you know what? That's up to you. That's in time, and we'll welcome you back whenever you're ready, man. Definitely.
It definitely helps, and I'm glad to be here. But the pressure just builds up to the point where I literally need to freak out for like a week, sleep and go crazy, and just not think about the constant crushing pressure of life and all the things you're forced to do and all
I
the
do. I
people
do understand
and
that. That's it has been a
silent
actual.
moments.
It's been a struggle, and I've talked about this. I think on the past few episodes. It has been a struggle lately for me to, uh, and I pride myself in the fact that I'm able to sit in this chair every week and do what I do every week as far as being vocal and letting other people be vocal. But I tell you, it is a struggle, and I'm the type of kid who's like at my best when I'm alone by myself in the fucking woods, like smoking a blunt, making a treehouse or some shit. Right? I built a whole teepee out with a fucking machete in my bare hands, like a huge ass fucking teepee out of like saplings this fucking big with a machete in my bare hand, just fucking roasting blunts, hanging out in the woods, coming up with fucking freestyle raps and shit on my phone. And like that's where I write the best. That's where I come up with my best shit. That's where I process my emotions the best. So when I tell you that like I have absolutely no time for that, like I just work and then I sleep and then I find some way to squeeze this fucking show in because it is important to me because it's important to you guys. And there's a part of me obviously that doesn't want to let you guys down, but at the same time, it's like, I know that it's important for me to keep doing it for my own mental health, because it gives me a place to be vocal and just be completely honest, about my issues and everything that's going on in my life. And I think I need that because I'm not in therapy. I don't use BetterHelp. I advertise it to you guys. I tell you guys, hey, go find some help. But I don't even use BetterHelp. This is my therapy. So,
I'm in therapy and I meditate daily and I do my exercises and I practice I do affirmations. I literally do everything I possibly humanly can to keep myself sane while also trying to fit in, work and showering, the time that it takes to brush teeth, to eat, and all of that is just the pressure that I like why I need to disappear. Like every now and then I just need to decompress and forget the world exists. So like I need to like tweak out and tweak out and just disappear for a week, come back, sleep, and then I'll be good.
I feel you, man. I feel you. And like I said, when I was building that teepee, like that was one of my weeks. That was one of my weeks where I just disappeared into the fucking woods. Came back with fucking, just like cuts and fucking bruises and shit everywhere, and a whole teepee built and a bunch of songs written. And like that was my week. And even, I'm not saying like there's been weeks where I don't write at all. There's been weeks where I just sleep in fucking bed. I literally don't want to get out. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to fucking do shit. Especially you. When my foot was broken and I literally couldn't go to work, it was the most like, and I know that sounds so like trivial, your foot being broken, but it was the most crushing fucking pressure ever because like it was just sitting with your thoughts all fucking day. Absolutely. And it didn't even, I couldn't get up, nor did I want to because I was just mentally just fucked. And I feel that, man. I have those weeks. Trust me. I understand. I really do. I really understand. I have those days and I have those weeks. If you go right on my YouTube page, you won't even have to click on anything. Just type in, go to the YouTube page, and as soon as you get to the YouTube page, it will start playing. And it's a poem called "I Know," and it's just saying that I know, man. I know what it's like to feel like that. And it's a minute long poem. So yeah, go check that out. And I hope to have you back soon, man. And just keep in touch. And even if you don't come on the show, man, message me anytime, any fucking time. I obviously I drive a truck and I can't always reply to you because that's what I do for work and I drive, but I will reply to you as soon as I possibly can. Always fucking message me, man. Always. You always have a fucking ear open here, bro. That being said though, I do want to bring Lady Crucible up real quick. Did you catch my man's piece? I know we've been talking for a minute here, but
again, the fact that you could flow all this off the top of your head and the fact that your cadence, not just the cadence and the flow, you got your own little beat without even having a beat. So that right there, it was within amazing. But don't always think you out here alone because you're not. We all have our moments. We all have our days. I'm borderline PTSD, borderline personality disorder, PTSD.
Yeah.
I go through it too, so I feel you. And we have our moments, but we will bounce back all in due time. And like he said, this is like one big happy family. That's what we do over here.
hell
So
yeah,
don't ever
absolutely.
think you or feel like you discouraged, or if you anytime you feel like I'm on Facebook all the time, you ever feel like you need to talk, hey, just hit me up.
Thank you.
Yeah, yo, and I keep the group chats open that I drop all of you guys in. I keep those open. Everything from 2023, from 2000 from 2023, everything onward, all those group chats are still open, so everybody can stay in contact with each other. And all it's as simple as you go to members, you find the list of the people that are in the group chat, and you just click on who you want to message, and you message them directly. So I keep those group chats open for that exact reason, so that everybody can contact each other whenever they want to. So yeah, man, just like I said, it's just it's good to have you as part of the community, and we hope that you stay part of the community, because it is a place of healing, and a place of acceptance. So now
Thank you.
I sound like a fucking monk and a guru here. All right, so we lost Caleb. So I'm actually just gonna do this I know poem to wrap us. Oh, whoa, wait! I spoke too soon. Are you back? He
I'm back,
popped in
bro.
just as I said that, yo.
Dude,
That was crazy. I was like, boop.
my
All right.
phone died, dude. My phone died.
Oh shit. All right. Well, that's fucking dude. That was good timing. That was
I got the phone charged in one hand. And I got my old lady's phone in the other.
all right, man. So we're gonna do worthless prayer. I'm just gonna drop myself out here, and I'll let you get to it.
All right, bet. Hold on, let me get back in the mood. I'd say a prayer, but those words are meaningless. Why trust you to make my repairs when I can fix what gets broken? Why trust a God to sew me up with a perfect needle when I got a broken one to stitch these ripped seams? I won't trust a God to claim me until I see the evidence he birthed me. No God ever helped me. I've prayed and nothing. I've walked streets and prayed for this God to help me until I couldn't bear his silence. Worked for myself. I didn't need God's help. I found my own direction through the trees because God's path wasn't right for me. I'm the king piece on this chessboard. I worked for my own team. I built my own personality around all this negative self-esteem. I've tried to bow my head for prayer. I even put my hand together to establish connection, but it's all static. I can't seem to find the link, but God made reaching him a little unfair. So excuse me if I think he sounds a little sporadic. I won't let an entity I haven't seen control me like he owns me. Made me read a book that tells me I'm God's creation, but I didn't see him see me, so why believe in ghosts? Why trust faith only when there's no evidence heaven is where he'd send me? Why put faith into something so imperfected than just accept it? I'm not a fucking puppet hooked up to wires while I trust God's hand to control my direction. This religion's like an infection. Required to go to church and worship just to get God's permission to be his children, but I'm the puppeteer. I control my intentions. I'm in charge. I ain't letting nobody touch this fucking wheel. God done broke his deal back when he wasn't there for my ordeals. I know he heard me yelling his name back when I was lost and his path wasn't clear. Back when I was on my knees praying just in case so I didn't find myself in hell. This book is such a controversial topic that tries to prove God's logic, like how sorcery is evil, but let's watch Jesus turn water to wine and pretend that isn't magic. I'm the one who held myself upright. In the trenches when I couldn't find the light, fumbling through dark alleys, scraping palms raw. No God save me. Just bruises and flaws. No mercy in that silence, no peace in that prayer. If you're listening, why'd you leave me to despair? I'm not some sheep. I won't be herded blind. No priest, no prophet can rewire my mind. I don't need forgiveness for scars I carved deep, or guidance from stories a prophet could keep. When I bled alone. Felt my own aches, not some holy hand holding me. There is no higher stakes. They say kneel, repent, make your heart pure. But why lean on myths when my hands feel more sure? The weight of my struggles, no sin to confess. My path's my own, tangled and blessed. Where was this God when I screamed out for help? Just echoes returning to silence itself. A congregation can sing with hands raised high, but all their voices can't summon the sky. So I'll trust what's seen and believe in the sweat. These calloused hands over words of regret. No amen left in me, no scripture to hold, just my truth carved in fire and bold. They preach on patience. They talk of the soul. They say trust and faith like it's the only goal, but Faith without proof is like chains without keys. I'm breaking free, bending to my own knees. Don't ask me to beg, don't ask me to crawl. No father on high is gonna catch my fall. I've known the weight of my bones, I held my own heart. I stitched up these veins when it all fell apart. If your love's unconditional, then your salvation is rare. I'd rather stand alone than find comfort in air. These holy words feel like rust on my tongue. I'm the one who's climbed out. I'm done with prayers, I'm done with waiting. No more hoping, no more debating. If there's a God, he's nowhere near me. I'm not bowing, just breaking, just standing free. No more leaning on faith, no more empty signs. I'm done looking for lifelines. I'm done reading between those lines. I'm my own damn strength. I'm my own damn guide. No ghost, no scripture gets to decide. So I'll walk this road with my head held high. And if there's hell waiting, fine, let it try. I don't owe anything. I won't answer to fear. I'm done with worthless prayers. Bitch, I'm right here.
I will say this. I do not believe that there is a single priest, nun, or monk who has ever in the history, or human being in the history of ever who has ever not asked the question, where is God when I am suffering? Where is God when we are suffering? Where is God when there is so much fucking pain and suffering? I think everybody's asked that question. I think that is like one of the most fundamental questions of religion and of existence, right? Is if there is a God, right? Why are we suffering? Why is there so much why are there so much problems?
Why be so imperfect your children have to suffer?
It reminded me of two songs that two of my favorite songs. One is Illmind Hobson 7.
Hey,
And the other is Devil's Work by Joyner Lucas. And Devil's Work is kind of Joyner asking the question, why do you take all the good motherfuckers and leave the bad ones? And literally he goes through a whole list of, give us back him and take him, and it's like him questioning God. It's like, why do you take all the good, why do the good die young, and then you leave all this evil on the world? And yeah, man, I really fucking love that piece. And yeah, it's gonna piss some people off, sure, but I think that any piece of art that really makes you think, and I was talking about this when you weren't on, actually, when your phone froze, makes you question the world and makes you question everything, is a piece that is going to piss people off by nature, by its very nature, because in questioning everything, you are questioning people's beliefs. And people don't like it when you question their beliefs, not because they're self-righteous, where some are, but not because they're self-righteous, but because when you question their beliefs, then what else do they have? You get what I mean? When you question someone's beliefs, it starts to make them feel insecure about their place in the world and their reality and their everything. And for a lot of people, it is much easier and much safer to just put their faith in a higher power and just call it done. Call it a fucking don't, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I guess, and I am one of those people who I cannot simply do that. And I'm not just talking about Christianity. I don't subscribe to any religion. I am one of those people who cannot just simply subscribe to one religion, call it done, and put my faith in a higher power. One, a lot of, because what you were saying is, and this is actually in the Christian Bible, is God helps those who help themselves. And I've done a whole lot of fucking helping myself.
I swear to God, dude. I swear to God.
So I love that you pointed that out in that piece, because Even if there is a God, God helps those who help themselves. And I've done a whole lot of fucking helping myself. So, and so that's the main reason I'm not political or religious is just because I can't get along with anybody. And if I added that in, nobody, I'd just be fighting with motherfuckers all day. I'd just be fighting with motherfuckers all day. I can't. And you know what's even crazier though? People who are religious, and it doesn't matter what religion you subscribe to, or people who are political, and it doesn't matter what party you subscribe to, they will get more mad at you. And I would say this up front. This past election, I didn't vote. The election before that, guess what? I didn't vote. The election before that, guess what? I didn't vote. The one before that, I was too young to vote. Actually, that was only two. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I have never voted and will never vote, and I will never be religious. And that angers people more. Like, you piss a Trump supporter off more if you say you're not voting than if you say you're voting for Kamala. You piss a Christian off more if you say that you're not religious at all than if you say you're fucking a Satanist or whatever. It's like because it represents something that I guess why religion was created, to put a solid foundation and a solid name to something that is nameless and that is that humans don't want to admit that they don't know. It's scary to think that we don't know, that it just simply have no idea, and that's it. Like we don't know, and that is a very fucking scary thing, and that's why religion was created in the first place. I mean, even the Greek myths and the Greek gods, that's why they were created. People were scared of volcanoes. People were scared of natural disasters, so they put names and faces to these natural disasters to make them more safe and more comfortable, and to teach people not to fuck with them.
Swear to God.
And to teach people lessons. And those are the two things that all religions were created to do, is to teach people lessons and morals and values, and to explain natural phenomenon that is unexplainable, such as death, thunderstorms, volcanoes, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So in that aspect, all religion is really the same. It is there for a set of guidelines, a set of morals, a set of principles, and a way to explain natural phenomenon. Now, when you sit there and you go, okay, well, I don't fuck it. If I wanted to explain natural phenomenon, I would just go work at fucking the space center or some weather center or whatever, right? And I'm just okay with letting the higher power be a higher power. You don't need to fucking try to comprehend something that you weren't meant to fucking comprehend. That is the other part of the why I'm not religious, is just because, it's like, do I believe the world, like, we feed it energy and it feeds it back to us, and like the universe listens to us? Yeah. Could you call that praying or praying? Could you call that praying? Sure. Could you also call it The Secret or Positive Vibes or a bunch of other names for it? Yeah, you could call it that too. But at the end of the day, that's what I see it as, is it's really all the same thing. And my morals and my code, they came from my mother. They came from my mother, and I don't know if you've ever heard this said, but mother is the name for God in the hearts and minds and lips of all children. And I firmly believe that. Like, my mother gave me my moral code. My mother's my Bible, and then my art is like my religion. You know what I mean? It's how I practice, I guess.
That's where I find my guidance.
My art and my craft is how I practice my praying or my energy conveying or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then I get my moral code from my mother. Simple as that. Simple. I don't need, I really love that piece. And I just, as somebody who is not religious for all of the reasons that you named in your piece, I thought it was phenomenal, man. I thought it was great.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But I don't know. Christianity is like a guidance that's easy to follow. Not just Christianity. I just say Christianity because it's the most common within our area. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
in this country, absolutely.
but religion, the whole line is like religion is an infection, bro. That whole thing just means like literally it's a guide that everybody follows, and they just try to push that on other people, and it's like it spreads like an infection, right?
Well,
So like,
here's the thing: is the problem with and that goes into a whole nother level. Is see, I just named all the reasons I'm not religious, but I can name a whole nother batch of reasons why I'm not specifically Christian, and
yeah,
that has to do mainly with me not trusting the government. And make no mistake, people say, "Oh, the church used to be the government." It still is. The church and the government are intertwined, just like they've always been. I mean, why do you think so many priests get away with diddling little boys? Like, same reason Diddy got away with it for so many years. Okay, they're just tied in up top. They're tied in up top. Okay, and Christianity, you're right, has become. It's sad too because there are, like, I know lots of really good Christians who put their faith in God, and they're good people, and they follow they follow the Bible, and they follow the good parts of the Bible, and they believe in the good parts of the Bible, and like they, they're, like I said, they're good people, but it's sad because the government has turned Christianity into more of an IP, more of a fucking company, more of a fucking business strategy than a religion. Like you said, forcing it on people, forcing it, making it everything from holidays, which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind Christmas and Halloween, but they're both stolen holidays. They don't belong to Christians at all. And it just, everything about modern Christianity and I mean, but from hundreds of years ago, right? It was the church, and it was how people were governed. They were governed by the fucking church, and they had the right to just slaughter people, hang people, burn people, whatever the fuck they wanted to do. And yeah, they're not doing that shit now, but they're still getting away with all sorts of fucking crazy shit. And it's because it's the government. The government's always going to be fucking corrupt. It's just and that's why I don't trust like Christianity as a whole, because it's controlled by like the fucking United States government, and it's fucking corrupt and fucking whacked. All right. It's not like a religion. If you do believe in Christianity, it should be about you and your God and your family and friends, maybe. It has nothing to do with fucking dollar amounts or any of that shit. Like, you're practicing your religion is about you and your God and your spirituality, no matter what your God is, who you practice with, what you practice for, whatever. It's about you and your spirituality. It has nothing to do with the fucking government. And that's my problem with Christianity, is it has too much to do with the fucking government. And yeah, it's whatever. But I could go on and on about that subject. That's a whole podcast, dude.
Bro,
a whole podcast.
I could too, but we can move on.
Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna bring these artists up to get their opinions. I want to hear Lady Crucibles first, because I believe, are you Christian?
No,
You're not.
I don't go by religion.
Okay. All right. So I want to hear your outtake.
That's one of the main reasons I don't go by religion, because it's always a conflict. I rather use the term spiritual. The fact that you read it from that point of view, speaking on it in that point of view, just opened up so many insights. When I tell you, you had chills running up my spine. It was like, yes, he like hitting a nail dead on the head over here. And see, a lot of people, when it comes to religion, you got to be careful with your choice of words. You got no. But it's like, okay, well, see, you read this, and then I read this, and what I'm interpreting, and the way I think it was. How did you? I'm a really need, but then again, it's like, you know what? No, wait, because it always end up being a confrontation when it comes to religion. Because again, these are man-made religions. How did they
Yeah,
get
God
there?
didn't write it. Mm-mm.
How did they end up in the Bible? Like make
Who wrote the
sense.
book? Who
Like
wrote the
I'm
fucking
confused.
book? That's
It, it,
Yeah,
relevant.
that's
I
something
like
I
that
always say too.
ideological
Is
thinking.
that's the other thing I always say too is go ahead and follow the Bible all you want, but just understand the Bible was not written by your God. The Bible, believe in your God, follow your Bible. Just know that the person you're believing in didn't write the book that you're also believing in. Just know
You
that.
know what?
Just know that
I'm
because
glad.
a human wrote that fucking book, and
I
and,
am
and, it, and
so
it's
glad
been
you said
changed.
that.
Not only that, it's been changed a million times to fit a million different people's agendas and
Several
outlooks
different
and
versions.
perspectives on the world.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I mentioned that to somebody one day. I asked them. I said, "You know so much about the Bible, so can you tell me why it has a publishing date? Why do we have a copyright? Can you explain that
Swear
to
to
me?"
God.
And they
The
sit up there
original
and go,
text
"What do
was
you
written in
mean?"
ancient Hebrew.
Then I was like, "And why, when you go to a bookstore, why is King James' name on all the books? Do we know
Can
who
you?
King James really is? Do we
Right,
know what he
exactly.
really did?
He's the one who burned all the fucking witches. Like that. The
He was
line.
a witch. He practiced witchery himself. So when they said he said being gay is a sin in the Bible, please show me that exact line because I'm still looking for it. Because if you really want to know the full transformation, the actual translation, it said that man should not lay with little boy or girl as he do with woman. We was talking about pedophilia before they even made it a word.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I think since the dawn of time, that's like probably like the most evil thing you can possibly do. That's like the
But,
most evil. Like that's like
but what was King James doing for this to come about? Evidently, you had to have been laying with little boy like you did with woman in order for this to come about.
And also the line about witches was so he changed it to, and it's Exodus. It's 20 something 21 something. I
I
don't
think
know.
it's
It's
Exodus 21, something like that.
yeah. And it's suffer not a witch to live is the line, and that is not that's a line that he made up. The original line was described as someone who casts harmful magic to hurt others, not as someone who casts healing magic, because in those times there was a difference between beneficial and harmful magic. And then King James just was like, "Oh, fuck all the witches," and it's because he wanted the monopoly on. He changed the entire Bible because he wanted the monopoly on the government,
And
and
it's like it's crazy
that was
because all the holidays that you turned them into became man-made holidays to cover up the blasphemy and the witchery and all this here. Because I mean, if you really go back and really pay attention, Constantine, Tyrell, Shakespeare, and what's the other one? And King James.
it's
They
kind of
were
funny
all
because
what? They were all gay.
it's kind of funny because
So
the Bible got changed. The Bible was kind of like the original Constitution, right? Like their
right,
Constitution. And it's funny because all the things they say not to do in their Bible,
they've
they
done.
do. They end up doing. And it's weird how that parallels to modern day and how they're changing our Constitution and things in our Constitution and trying to change things about our Constitution to fit their agendas when they're really the ones who are doing all the sneaky weird shit.
And then if you
History
really look
repeats
at
itself.
right, and it's like if you really look at it, what the biggest thing is, well, when Eve ate the Adam off the tree, you don't have to tell people. You do know that's a metaphor, right? Because a real person named Eve never ate off a tree. Because that's the case, my question again is, if Eve ate bit this apple, and now she knows everything, why is God so upset? Shouldn't you want us to know what you know? I mean, how else are we supposed to survive and think and understand? Aren't we supposed to learn from you?
I tell everybody that I firmly believe the snake, and I know the snake represents the devil, and there's more to that I won't
But
get
see, they
into. But
say that. They
the
say
snake is the
that, but
hero of that story.
it's like when you really look at it, people don't want to admit that the serpent on the tree is really not a snake. The snake on the tree is not the devil. The snake on the tree is Lilith, which would be who's Adam's first wife. Because let's really make it make sense. How can Eve be born or created from Adam's rib and be called his wife? That's the same DNA structure. That makes them siblings.
And the thing, and here's the thing, right? So Lucifer got cast out of hell not for rebelling against, not people are like, oh, he got cast out of hell or cast out of heaven for rebelling against God.
Right.
See, that's not what happened. He actually loved the humans too much, apparently. Apparently he loved humans too much. And he also thought that it wasn't safe for them to have this free will thing that God was trying to give them. He was like, dude, it's like giving a baby fire. Why are you giving these things free will? Don't give them free will. That's stupid. And God was like, well, damn you then. And I damn you to hell, right? And okay, this is the Cliff Notes version. And and then the Adam and Eve thing happens and the devil goes, okay, free will, I'll show you free will, bitch. And it's like, well, why are you mad at her? You gave her the free will to fucking eat the apple. You gave her the free will to seek the knowledge, and then you put the knowledge in front of her. You gave her the ability, the means, the motive, and the opportunities to seek the knowledge, and then got mad when she did it. What the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that story doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you really, really think about it. So I try not to. But anyway, yo, this has been a great show. Thank you all so much for fucking coming. If I actually give everybody the opportunity to say anything they'd like to the world, whether it's hi mom or a piece of advice for the people out there or just anything they'd like, Lady Crucible, by all means, if you'd like to say anything to the world, go ahead.
Hey, just want to say, it's always a pleasure being here. You guys can find me on Instagram. You guys can find me on Facebook under Nia Coney, Lady Crucible. And I'm also Poetic Priestess on YouTube. And you can find me over there on TikTok under Lynn Coney. Check me out. You know what I'm saying? Listen to some of these dope rhymes I done put out. Without that being said.
Hell yeah. And Messiah, anything you'd like to say?
It's been a pleasure to be back and, sharing this conversation and this music with one another. And, tomorrow is a mystery. Yesterday is history. But today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. The wise words of Master Oogway. And I hope to see you at the end of tomorrow, all y'all. The end of each moment, just keep flowing together and hope everyone has a good night.
Fuck yeah, man. I couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you. And I'm actually going to leave us, stick around for about 60 more seconds because I'm going to leave us with this one last piece before I get us out of here. But thank you guys so much for being here. And we'll catch you again next time. All right, guys. I'm going to leave you with this. And this is called I Know. I know what it feels like when your soul is close to breaking. I know about the anxiety fits and the shaking. I know about the cold sweats when awaking. And I know about the smiles that are no longer worth faking. I know what it feels like when you have nothing left. I know about that feeling that's caught inside of your chest. I know that sometimes you fantasize and imagine your death. I know you've thought about it in such depth that it eats at you inside, and it's sometimes hard to take a breath. I know that what you really want is to just get away from the stress. I know you're not suicidal. I know you just want to rest. I know about the days when you curl up in bed and you turn off your phone. I know about the fear you feel when you're faced with leaving your home. I know you feel the world would be better off with you on your own. And I know you feel helpless and scared. But I want you to know that I know what it feels like. And you're not alone. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Catch us again next Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's been a pleasure as always. thank you to everybody who supports this community and watches and is part of the Lost Boys group. And I couldn't be more happy or more honored to be part of a better group of people. And it's just, you guys are amazing. Keep writing, keep doing what you do, keep using the outlet. I'm here to talk anytime you need to. Lady Crucible's here to talk anytime you need to. Catch us at 9 p.m. next Saturday and follow us on all platforms. Peace out, guys.